Welcome back to another episode of Those AshHoles. As usual, it's me and my good friend, illustrious co-host Brian Alvey. Alvey, man, nice to see you. Man, how about that Ireas episode? How much fun was that?
Well, that was awesome for me because that one, I mean, dude, I've been going there since I was a kid for years. I know the family. It was just, that is the first place my wife and I went to as a married couple with her with my last name to eat right after we got married. We had a day between the wedding and going on the honeymoon. So that is exactly where we went to eat. The first time we went there, I mean, it's just, we've celebrated family stuff there. And even when I owned an Italian restaurant, when I had Augustino's on the South Side, I still tell you got to go to Ireas. Ireas is the iconic, that's it. You know, I mean, that's the spot. Not everybody, I was able to succeed in my place because not everybody goes to the same restaurant all the time.
Right.
They change it up and everything. And it's funny when they do those ranking things, best this in Indy, best that in Indy, best Italian restaurant. It would be Irie is always up there battling back and forth with Mama Corolla for one of the. I just wanted in the conversation.
Yeah, it's an honor just to be there.
And so I wanted in there and I was real happy. I came in third.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I get the same amount of love, but I got no pressure. Yeah. I don't have to be...
Being second to Michael Jordan's not bad.
I know, right? You could dunk on me, Mike. It's cool as long as I'm second. And it was funny one year because, I'm pretty good with, marketing and social media and stuff like that. I was running in second place.
Over one of those two?
Over Ireas was running in third. They ended up winning it. They ended up coming in first. But there for a minute, so I started calling my friends like, dude, no. Go vote for Ireas. I do not. Because I don't want to have to live up to that.
Yeah.
No, go, dude, fix that.
What's this new restaurant? It's just packed
I'm
out.
over here. I'm like, dude, I'm creating. I'm like, dude, I need to create about 19
I'm creating the buzz.
But no, to sit there with Matt and Dominic and
that place has been there for 100 years. Like, I didn't know anything about the restaurant before I walked in. So to know it was there for 100 years, to see the amount of pride that those guys have, and also the pressure that they kind of put on themselves.
Not just the tangible aspect of the difficulty of running a restaurant.
No, we're talking about the fact that you're picking it up from your family.
I'm carrying my family's name, which that's a big deal for me. That's awesome. I mean, you don't see that as much in our society.
It's not really an American thing.
It was.
Yeah.
We there's no question, and it's not.
We're
not pigeonholed to one generation. No, but we live in a me guy era.
Yeah, but Italians are very much, the family, the pride of the family. Don't embarrass the family. You represent your mom and you represent your grandma.
I think, by and large, most immigrant, old school, wherever you came from.
Yeah, my mom be the same way. Don't embarrass me.
Yeah, well, I think the Indians are that way that are here now. Yeah. I think the Irish are that way. Yeah. I think any old school, non-diluted, because what makes America great is we are a melting pot. But everything starts getting blended. You start losing connect. Yeah. You start losing connected to different. Your ethnic background and stuff like that, which, nothing all inclusively is good or bad. There's a little bit of bad.
I'm one generation, and it's like, your family came from another country, whether that's Italy or Ireland or wherever, and you're coming here to be American. You don't forget where you come from. I'm very proud of my heritage, but I'm an American.
Yep, but as you blend families over years through marriage,
it just
dilutes.
Yeah,
so it's really cool to see them. I mean, because Matt's younger than us. I mean, and he's still holding on to it.
To see his face when Dom said, "I'm proud of this guy."
Yeah. Oh, dude, he was like, "You just be."
Like I looked at him. I said, "Man, I could see your eyes welled like that. That really meant a lot to you."
And I think Matt's instilling it into his kiddos. That's awesome. I think there's value added on so many levels in our community and our country, whether you're a part of that culture or not. I think,
dude, I'm not, and I love that restaurant. I love the owners. I'll go back. I'll tell my friends. Ireas. It was. 100%. I didn't know anything about it, and I like those guys, man. And the food was good.
I just love people that take pride in who they are, what they do, their family. I just, it's awesome to be in the circle of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, if you didn't get a chance to watch that, that's our last long form we just did. It's the Ireas restaurant. Thank you to them for allowing us to come in and use their space. I think it looked beautiful. Shout out to Aaron for making us look great as usual. Yeah. He's in the picture there. Make sure you show him some love, because like you like to say, if we didn't have him, it'd just be two assholes and an iPhone.
That's exactly it. We two assholes and an iPhone, or at least if I was running it, we'd at least be on like the Snapchat, so we'd do some filters on my ugly face.
My mom gave me my good looks. Aaron makes me able to show you guys.
Fair.
So let's get into to this episode, man. We have got a lot to talk about. So this one's going to be a fun one.
There's a burner.
Turn your watch off. Turn your clocks off. Turn off your alarm. We're just going to let it ride. All right. So we're going to get into everything. We haven't had one of these for a little bit because we had some long form interviews. A lot to catch up on. I think when last time we talked, Iran had just started. And Ayatollah Khomeini, I think, had just been killed. We're probably at about 9 or 10 days after that. So now they've killed every Ayatollah after that. I think his son is now in charge, supposedly in a coma, missing a leg. And there's some fallout now. Like, people are starting to pick sides, critique Donald Trump. You have the no new wars crowd that's always been screaming that. Yeah. But now you have some loyalists, a.k.a., Tucker Carlson or other. Theo Vaughn is another one. Even a Joe Rogan. Who's going like, man, like, what now what?
Yeah.
You bombed them. We're 2 weeks in. What's the goal?
Yeah, well, we have talked about this. We just not talked about it on our show. You both of us have been on the WIBC. I was a guest on Hammer and Nigel specifically to talk about this last week. You're on every show there as the guest host. And so we've addressed this, but we haven't addressed it directly through our show here. And so I'm usually, I've got time downrange overseas, been a part of these wars.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Don't ever say it to me again.
I'll say it to your face. I'm generally by and large a non-interventionist. I don't want to get into it. I'm very reluctant. I've gone on record. We could all admit it now. Iraq was complete bullshit. We had no business going there. We had no business staying there for 20 years. Today, I'm sorry. Maybe there was some good that came from it, but I don't think it out. My opinion, it was a bullshit war we should have been to.
Afghanistan fought on false pretenses.
Yes, the fucking
weapons of mass destruction,
false flag, Gulf of Tonkin bullshit. Afghanistan, we absolutely should have went there.
Why?
100%.
Why?
They attacked us.
Did they attack us, or did Saudi Arabia attack us?
Well, that's a good question. But
16 and 19 terrorists from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The mastermind was in Afghanistan.
Exactly. We didn't attack Afghanistan. We went into Afghanistan to get him.
Yeah.
It just took us 20-some years.
And they harbored Taliban.
Yeah, and when they refused to work with us, it's on. However, should we have been there as long as we had? Absolutely not. What was our end state? It immediately shifted to coin operations.
The war on drugs turned into the war on terror.
Well, it's
money.
Military-industrial complex
just
shit
money,
that's
dude.
in everything.
And I got paid from it.
Yeah, I did too. I was a contractor there. I got paid well.
Yeah.
But coin operations, I'm sorry. I know there's all these 4-star generals around that think they're smart, but I learned in high school you can't buy your damn friends. I don't know why we keep trying it. It's never worked, ever. You can lease it for a minute, but all you've done is train the other person to go to the highest bidder. So we just get outbid and they move on.
But not just that, but what we end up doing is we end up training and supplying our next enemy.
Mm-hmm. They're all rolling around in our armor.
It's like you got our shit.
Yeah.
Right? How did we know that Bin Laden had shit? We gave it to him to fight against the Russians.
We had a very recent example how this won't end well with Russia there in the same country. And then they overnight left. So what did we do? We absolutely repeated history.
Exactly what Russia did.
We
went there, we said, shit, we need to get out of here.
It's just like when we left Saigon. It's like, how many times do we repeat failures and hit? We have an example to show this ain't the way. But
the problem is now they have surface-to-air missiles. Now they have all this stuff that we just left. Look at remember the whole debacle with Joe Biden when we left Afghanistan. People are literally falling off the airplane.
Disaster.
It just left
so
everything
many
there.
lives.
The people are holding on to the
forces,
wings. Going. It is. If you haven't got a chance to see that, Google it.
Yeah.
The plane leaving Afghanistan, Joe Biden, people falling off, and you will see people clinging on to the wings of this airplane.
So I'll throw a couple things out there with respect to this. I'll throw some positive. I'll throw some negative. One, they are a threat.
Who?
Iran.
Threat to who?
Us. The world.
How so?
Nuclear.
Oh, well, now, whether you want to say the world, that's a different discussion.
Well,
people are saying as Americans, I agree, they are a problem for the world, but people are going, no new wars, so are they a threat to America?
Based off of...
And I assume people are going to say the homeland, because they're obviously a threat to American assets, which are in other countries.
Well, they've attacked, based off of all the past presidents of how many times they've attacked Americans.
Right.
USS Cole, Beirut bomb, all the stuff,
Houthis
the kidnapping and the
Hezbollah, Hamas
hostages.
Yeah.
I mean, they have systematically attacked us whenever they had the opportunity for decades now.
Yes.
So to think for 1 second, to risk for 1 second that if once these dudes have nuclear capability, they're not going to use it on us is glib.
Yeah.
You can't prove positive and negative. You can't prove somebody's going to do something. But I see the path.
Right.
In high probability prospecting. Whatever you want to call it.
It's how we live life, right? Based on previous experience.
Yeah.
If they get the chance.
Based on past presidents, I can predict
Albie, if you punch everybody in the face, I don't need to wait for you to hit me.
Right.
You do it to everybody.
Yeah. So you could either go the other way or punch me first. Because a lot of times when you go the other way, they follow you and they punch you anyway.
Yeah.
So that to me... Okay, I'm buying into that justification. With that said, I'm going to go back to the other side. If anybody thinks for a moment there's not boots on the ground there by U.S. forces, they're nuts.
Sure, yeah.
We have special operations all over
Rangers,
that country.
Delta,
They're
you
there.
got CI
Tier
people
1
there,
guys are all over that
Yeah.
country.
They've been there.
Yeah, activity
But when
group.
people say boots on the ground, we're thinking Iraq.
So that's the difference.
Mass deployment.
I'm going to have a big problem with this war. And it is a war. If people are getting, if hot metal's coming at you wicked fast and
the guys
killing
that are there
you,
are calling
it's a
it
war.
Yeah.
It's a war.
We're at war.
Tell the people that we've killed over in a war.
Yeah.
Tell the Americans that have died over there it's not a war. Let's not discredit their sacrifices by saying it's not. It's a war.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as they start putting conventional forces, boots on the ground over there,
we can't do that.
we are right back
we
down.
Can't do
we're,
that.
we're running right down the Iraq-Afghanistan hole. We are.
No, we cannot.
And I'm
do
not
that.
here for it.
No.
Because show me when that's ended well.
Yeah.
And so there's a balance. I'm okay with what's going on right now.
But if they don't submit, then
It's just
what?
not going to happen overnight, man.
No, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I told people when I was on radio was, we talk about Iraq and Afghanistan like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right. Now, before then, we had Desert Storm, and Desert Storm is no boots on the ground. All right. We pulled up to the line.
They put some.
I mean,
on,
sure, but
not-
we pulled up to the line, and the Iraqis were white flagging it the whole way in the desert.
I have a lot of misgivings with some of the stuff that George Sr. Dad did.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will give him credit for that he knew, he didn't leave us in there.
Right. Like his
He
son
got
did.
us in, he got us out. He didn't leave us in there.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, and much to the chagrin of people like Dick Cheney and everything, that were
warmongers,
make all that money from Halliburton, KBR, and all that stuff.
Northrop Grumman.
I would, but the thing, he pulled us out, and I feel like he did it knowing that it was probably going to stab him right in the face politically. If he would have stayed in there and they would have keep championing the Patriot, we're doing it for God, he would have won re-election. Clinton would have got in. But he did the right thing, pulled us out. His approval rating dropped after that because when he went in, I think that's the highest approval rating any president's ever had at any point.
Yeah.
And then it dropped off. So he did the right thing, in my opinion.
He did. But my reminder is to just like the American people, right? Like this is real war. This isn't just like a bombing campaign, right? There's a distinct difference, right? Was that Operation Midnight Hammer? Mm-hmm. That was just a bombing campaign.
Yep.
Over the course of 4 days, we went and we just bombed targets to make sure they were okay. This is, the targets are bombed. Now we're going after and trying to hit specific things and staying in country, right? But like, what is the end goal if they don't submit? You eventually will have to go boots on the ground. Or just bomb it to oblivion, which I don't really want to do. The people live there.
Too much collateral damage.
Yeah, people live there.
Those people are just like people over here. They just want peace and prosperity for their family.
Listen, we got lucky. You were born here.
Yep.
My mom came here.
You won the geographical lottery.
These people were born in Iran, right? So we need to keep respect to that. Just because they're there doesn't mean we can bomb the hell out of their stuff. But what do you do when a regime like Iran refuses to submit?
Well, I think we have to keep pounding the government as best we can. Obviously, nothing's 100% foolproof. There is going to be collateral damage. It is war. That's what happens.
At least we try to negate it on this side.
Yes, we do. What I will say, though, one of the positives to this, we saw a little bit about it, a little bit in Venezuela, but it's on full display on this one. Who does everybody think all the Iranian defenses and armament came from? That's predominantly from China, significantly from Russia, and that shit was as effective as spitballs in a firefight.
And guess what? What are those guys doing anyway? We bomb Iran and Russia, and China are just like, man, that's not cool. It's like they're not jumping in.
We put it on full display that the U.S. capabilities just absolutely just decimated.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Decimated their shit.
And it's a month after going in and snatching up Maduro. Overnight operation. We take the president of that one, then we go over here and
I'm going to swing back now. My other thing is I mean, whether you support this or not, one thing I have to point out, this going into Iran was exactly what Trump said he wasn't going to do.
But situations change.
I know they do. I'm just pointing out because I'm being devil's. I'm throwing out things that people.
How about this? So here's my response to that. One, situations change.
Yeah, I agree.
Two. Also.
And I appreciate the fact that he's willing to act.
Yeah, situations change. Also, so let's say Trump, the Republicans lose the midterms.
Yep.
All right.
Which historically, whoever's in power usually does.
Right, because you're messing up something.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't help the Republicans can't get along on shit, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
So just because I throw something out there doesn't mean I'm buying into it. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a potential argument.
Yeah. So if we know that they were already, we have to agree on one principle. We have to agree that we're doing this because somebody somewhere said they're almost nuclear capable. Can we agree on I just need
somebody
that.
absolutely said that.
Yeah,
that was the justification.
So let's say that the next president is a Democrat.
Okay.
And he gets 2 terms.
Okay.
What happens with an Iran who's nuclear capable over the course of the next 11 years?
Well,
that's scary.
No. Think about it. Past precedence predicts the future performance, right?
Okay, so with the Democrat, we're going to send them fucking $1.7 billion fucking dollars.
But let's also remember, nobody waged war more as a president of the United States.
Yeah, Obi. And Clinton.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, Obi
Barack Obama, who campaigned and got a peace prize for saying I'm going to end the war.
What a joke.
That Nobel Peace Prize is hot garbage. Let's just admit
he got it for hope and change.
That thing means as much as an Oscar.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? So he got a peace prize, and then he not only did not end those 2 wars, he escalated the hell out of them.
And he put the kids in cages. That was an Obi thing.
And then he started hitting other places. He drone murdered more people.
Yeah, what they call him, a droner in chief?
Yeah, so Barack Obama is the biggest statistically is the biggest warmongering president in the history of the United States. Wrap your head around that, peace and love liberals. Your idol is the big, if going to war is murder,
and deported the most people too.
Huh?
He deported the most people.
He did. So
it's funny how just like people don't do any of their own research.
They whatever they heard last time on, I don't know, Twitter,
Fox and Friends or CNN or whatever. People don't look at their own stuff.
They're little echo chambers that force feed them whatever they, and they're not, and I'm a Republican, but I don't drink all the fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I love it when some little freaking, one of us kid comes up to me and say, oh, but this is like, son, I've been there.
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me shit about geopolitical anything?
Well, how about this?
All right, let's go. We'll transition.
Right. I mean, we're still going to stay in the same place, man.
Right.
Tucker Carlson dropped the bombshell this weekend. He claimed that the CIA spied on him, read his text messages, and is in the process of making a criminal referral of him to the Department of Justice. The reason seems clear. Carlson, Tucker, is perhaps the most prominent Trump supporter and conservative commentator who actually opposes war with Iran. So there's been some discrepancy. Nobody knows why, but the assumption has been that he said, bombing Iran is going to make the Middle East more destabilized and other things like that. But They're talking about the Foreign Agent Registration Act. That's the law in question we're assuming. So what this law essentially says is it requires lobbyist groups that work on behalf of foreign governments or take money from them to register. It's basically a disclosure rule. So if somebody's paying you, you need to say, hey, Iran's paying me. Mm-hmm. Also, that's why I'm saying good stuff about them. Now, funny enough, it's actually enforced very selectively.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right, so AIPAC, which is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, is not registered under the FARA, even though it works tirelessly on behalf of Israel's interests and spends millions of dollars on media campaigns.
Whether you're against that organization or you're for
it doesn't
that
matter.
organization,
They are an organization.
It should be registered.
Yeah, it's an organization that operates specifically on the behalf of Israel. It needs to be like everybody else.
It absolutely does. And it's wild that it's not.
But when you're Tucker Carlson and you bring that up, and you bring up Iran, and you are essentially a more political Joe Rogan, right? So there's really 2, 3 maybe podcasts that really can sway America. Tucker's one.
Tucker talks politics.
Tucker's
what he does.
Yeah.
Joe will talk about
anybody, science. Yeah.
He'll talk about
But
nutrition.
I'm saying as far as influence.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right? I mean, hell, people talk about they want Tucker to run for president.
Yeah.
Right? So now he is saying that he believes he's being targeted by the government.
Well, shit.
A lot to unpack there.
First, let's start with that first statement. He said that
they spied on him, read his text messages, and we're going to refer him to the Department of Justice.
Does anybody not believe that the CIA would not spy on a guy like that?
You're the most influential guy.
They spy on everybody. Yeah. The only reason they probably don't spy on me is I'm just not that important.
Nobody cares about your dick pics.
No.
What are him and Jody talking about? Nobody cares.
Stop it.
Yeah.
My influence is, it's about who can influence who. We're trying to get there with those assholes, right? But we'd be delusional to think that we're as remotely
but if
as
we had 100 million
as
people,
Tucker. Tucker is unbelievably influential. Yeah. And so
what he says matters.
Look at all the pastimes that they did. And I'm switching to whiskey, man. They look at all the other people they spied on. To think they're not spying on him and people like him is insane. Hard pause on that.
What are we doing?
I got Weller Special Reserve. I did this specifically today. And for you guys are going to see this later, but today is St. Patty's Day. So
he's wearing green.
I wore green.
I'm wearing communist red. We're going to talk about the fall of a country next, and I cannot wait.
So, but I did, and I'm fresh out of Irish whiskey, so what I did is I just grabbed Weller Special Reserve because it's got a green label, so I pulled it off my shelf and I said, we're going to drink that today. I'm going to try to convert this Fidel over here to support
Fidel's falling. I can't wait to talk about it.
We're going to drink. This is a good whiskey, so it's just a good one. So I'm going to.
Hey, we're talking about St. Patrick's Day. So, all right, well let's hit you with.
You want to do that, or do you want to continue on?
Listen, no, I mean,
let's jump into it.
Let's jump right into this. Just a couple St. Patrick's facts.
There you go.
All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So I've been corrected by the Irish. Yeah. It is Paddy. It is not Tty.
Yes, Patty is a girl.
So
Patty
do not embarrass yourself going forward. Happy St. Paddy's. Okay.
Yep, Paddy's Day, baby.
So fun fact, St. Patrick actually wasn't Irish at all. How about that?
He was. Wait for it.
He was not. He was born in Roman Britain. He was English or Wales would be today's standards.
He had Italian parents.
Around the 4th century. When he was a teenager, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders.
Yep.
And brought to Ireland as a slave. Mm-hmm. He eventually escaped, but later chose to return to Ireland as a missionary, where he became famous for spreading Christianity. Bonus fact. The famous shamrock symbol that comes from St. Patrick, he used it to explain the Holy Trinity.
Yep.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The triune God, if you're playing at home.
So, once again, Paddy is the correct one. Paddy.
Correct.
Why? Because Patrick is often short to Pedrog, or Padrock in Irish, which became Paddy. Patty is usually short for Patricia or a burger patty. The more you know.
Yes. One other thing, what is the one thing that he was legendary for having done?
Snakes.
We all knew that he drove all the snakes out of Ireland. There's no snakes in Ireland. So.
All right. There we go. That's our St. Patrick's edition.
Fair enough.
Let's get back. Listen. Communist red.
Communist red. Look at you over there.
I cannot wait.
I'm just going to pretend you're pro Christmas.
Listen, we smoke our cigars. We drink our stuff. Cuba's about to fall, brother. We are about to see this in my mom's lifetime, which is crazy. Think about this. My mom is from Cuba.
Yeah.
One of 12. She's the only one in the United States. Everybody else lives there.
She hasn't seen her family in decades.
No, she's been maybe 3 or 4 times every 5
really?
years. She could go. Yeah, so those rules didn't apply to us because we had immediate family. So I could go whenever I wanted to, but I couldn't go because I had a TSSCI. So I've never.
You would have lost your clearance like that.
Yeah, and come up missing.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's that? Mr. Lopez? We don't want to talk to you very quick.
I always say it's not waterboarding if you use diesel fuel.
There you go. So, this is a big deal in my family. My mom is very excited.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying, like, in one generation, my mom has escaped communism and has a son who gets to report on it. On WIBC and here on our show. So for those of you that don't know, Cuba,
so American.
Cuba has been a pain in the ass for the United States since the JFK administration.
Yeah.
Every president has tried to figure out this Cuba problem. And when I say problem, I'm minimalizing the problem. It's a fucking communist country that's 90 miles from the coast of Key West.
Well, hold on.
That's a fucking problem.
Well, let's quantify that, though.
That's a problem.
I want you to go deep in the weeds and explain, because there's a lot of confused Americans that think communism's not bad. It just hasn't been done right.
Yeah, they always say that.
Explain why communism is so damn bad.
Yeah, so here we go. You ready? So I'm gonna talk to you guys like you're in 3rd fucking grade. Here we go. Communism says we're all equal. Everybody gets the same shit. Mm-hmm. Now, what they don't tell you is in communist countries, there's certain things you don't have readily accessible, like milk, like stuff like that. So only certain people get certain things. So only the very young, the infants, or the very old get milk. You're not drinking milk if you're 30 years old.
Yep.
We don't have it for you. So we're all making $1.50 a day for working. How long are you going to work before you realize Jerry doesn't do shit, but he still gets $1.50?
We have that problem here in this country.
There's no incentive to work hard because there's nobody. Everybody's getting the same amount. It doesn't drive innovation. It doesn't drive thought. It doesn't.
No, it drives lethargic behavior.
That's it. That's it. Now you know what is free? Rum and cigarettes. Because if I can keep you drunk and partying, then you don't have enough time to sit here and worry about the government.
Sounds like what we've done in this country to a lot of the lower income areas of our nation.
So, this has been a problem. We've had the Bay of Pigs invasion. We've had, once again, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
90 miles off the coast of Florida. You're telling me that somebody was going to put nukes? This closer than Hawaii. This is so close. Dudes get on like makeshift rafts and give it a shot. Why have we ever allowed this country to even be there?
Let's put that in perspective.
Yeah, it's that close, dude.
90 miles is closer.
Closer to Chicago.
No, it's closer than Indianapolis to Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Dude, Franklin is 90 miles from Louisville, Kentucky. That's wild.
Yeah.
How close is that? I can get to Louisville in an hour.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right there off the coast, closer than Hawaii.
They were going to stack nukes there aimed right at us.
Closer than Hawaii. By the time it gets shot, you don't even have time to respond.
No, not at all.
Right, so the fact that we've ever even allowed this country to operate the way that it is crazy. So every country, every president has tried to deal with this issue.
Predominantly through diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy and black ops.
Bribery.
Yeah, right. Well, Donald Trump may have done it this time. So what he's done, and we'll recap some of the stuff. The two main allies of Cuba, whether it's through money, whether it's through trade, whether it's through fuel, are Venezuela and Iran. And now that both those countries, predominantly Venezuela, have been choked off, I think they gave Cuba 1/2 of all of its fuel. That has stopped completely. Well, Cuba is under a complete blackout right now.
Basically, the only thing they had to bolster their economy for exporting was cigars.
Right.
And that is all. That's all. There's places.
I mean, now,
that's all relocated to Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic. It's just everybody knows the cigars coming into Cuba now are not what they once were. They're going to fold. So It's funny. We should have started the day we shot our first podcast. We should have started a parlay board with odds of which one becomes the 51st state first, Cuba or Canada.
I'll tell you this much: the difference between Cuba. Well, Cuba will sign up for it right now. They're not going to fight it at all.
Well, they wouldn't be a state; they'd be a province, so different. Like
They'll take whatever you got, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
They'll take whatever you got, and let me tell you this.
Let me ask you: why do we want it though? Other than just to keep our enemies out of our backyard.
That's number one.
That's number one.
The most important thing is stabilizing your neighbor. Yeah. You don't want it to be a launching pad.
But is there any benefit of... because here's the thing, man. It's been communist for so long. You know what screams to me? Massive debt the rest of us are going to pay for. Because it's not functioning profitably.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think that the money... You know, it has undisturbed ocean views. It has all that shit. It's a corporate dream.
Well, the mafia and everybody were trying to make it. It was the original Vegas. It was supposed to be the original Vegas.
Yeah, Copa.
And then they shut it down overnight.
As soon as Castro got there. But it's undisturbed. It's beautiful. Listen. It's not our job to take care of the country.
Right.
It's not our job to turn it into some shit.
But it will be.
Okay, but I think right now the number one thing is you cannot be a communist country. Yeah. And allies with our enemies and live next door to us.
I think the benefits of absorbing it far outweigh the negatives.
And you don't have to absorb it. Look, you're going to have free elections and figure it out.
Yeah. Are we going to give them free reign of travel back and forth like we do in Puerto Rico? So it blows my mind that kids today, a lot of them don't even know this, and adults. Puerto Ricans are American citizens. No different than you asked if you're from Ohio.
Yeah, but they got the best of all of it.
But they are American citizens, so do we give them that to where if you're in Puerto Rico, you don't need a passport, you just come right up here, no different from me going from Illinois to Kentucky.
I mean, I think you got to have a passport because and I will say this is going to be a very important part of it. You ready? You can't be allies with Russia and Iran, and then we just give blanket citizenship to people that are there. We can't do it.
So we're not going to make them a part of us. We're just going to make them not our enemy.
Yeah. We're gonna stabilize this. You grow it how you want to. We're gonna have free trade.
Right.
Your country's gonna do it better already. We're gonna allow Americans to travel there once it's safe.
So, like another island, like Ireland. Good reference today. St. Paddy's Day.
Or St. Thomas. Or St. Croix.
Well, they're U.S.
But I'm saying any of those little things, like just open it up to people. Right?
Like Belize.
Yes.
There you go.
Just let people go there.
Okay.
Right? But I think above all, I mean, it's crazy to me, man. Like it's...
Here's the thing, dude. On a personal level...
It's nuts.
On a personal level...
Dude, but
I want you to be able to go back.
We could not...
I want you to be able to go there.
We could not do this show in Cuba.
Oh, we could once.
Oh, we'd be fucking arrested.
More than that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why, like, despite my TSSCI, my mom's like, dude, if you go to Cuba, you're going to jail. You talk way too much shit.
Yeah.
That they don't do that there. People are scared.
You got
and the next guy works for the secret police.
Yeah. And they know you're coming.
Oh, they know.
Oh, they're going.
But I've tagged the president.
You're not getting out of the airport.
I've tagged the president of Cuba on Facebook in multiple fucking things. I have. I was like, "You're next, motherfucker," and tagged him.
With that said, even if everything changes down there, you might still want to be a little hesitant before you go down.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But yeah, I mean, that is going on right now. I'm super excited. Hey, and I
hope you get an opportunity.
How about Marco Rubio, dude? I mean, he's been integral to this whole thing. He's of Cuban descent. His parents. Yeah. But man, hey, Marco Rubio for president?
Man, I tell you what,
he's looking great.
Marco Rubio, since he's taken this role,
he's Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, dude, he is swinging a big. You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, he has emerged. So I was a fan of his when he first ran for president. I was watching him. I liked his talk. I liked him, everything.
Little Marco.
And then when he said that, it was over. Not for me, but I was just like, oh, you know what he's done now.
Little Marco with his little shoes.
But I always liked Marco Rubio, and I like seeing him emerge. I mean, let's face it, we have some decent leaders coming out of Florida between him and DeSantis.
So I think, I mean, I'm a DeSantis guy as well.
Me too.
And I was, when
thank him for
I thought he was next. Yeah. But with JD being so close to Trump, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be a handoff. If Trump does really good, then we go from him to JD. But I think Marco might be neck and neck with JD right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The last 2 years of President Trump's final term,
hopefully they can do something.
It's going to be weird to see the positioning, the jockeying, to see if they come together, if they start going against.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Once you get to the fourth quarter.
Yes. When we get to the end, yes, absolutely. And here's the thing, which is unique in this for JD is that, a lot of times the vices don't get elected. I mean, we saw Gore not get elected because they've had 8 years of him being there. But he's only got 4 years behind him. So he'll have more of a peak, more momentum. He's literally going to be there 2 years doing what he's doing now, and then the next 2 years are going to be propping him up. So he has a distinct advantage over any vice president. That's most of the time vice presidents that run for president after people are just done. The pendulum swings.
It is over it too.
Yeah, they want to go to the other side. So that's going to be interesting.
Well, you talk about propping people up. President Trump has warned, this is today, he warned people, I am not going to endorse any lawmaker who votes against the Safeguarding American Voter Eligibility. It's called the SAVE Act.
Yep.
Now, this SAVE Act essentially is voter ID, which, if you've been listening to anybody, even CNN has come out and gone, listen, the American people overwhelmingly support voter ID. Regardless of race, regardless of age.
The split in the House on that vote.
How crazy.
I need to hear from one of them a legitimate reason as to why you would vote against that.
Okay, Andre Carlson said, women are too busy to find the paperwork needed after they get married to get valid ID. That's what he literally said. This is Andre Carlson of Indiana. Women are too busy to figure this out.
You know what? Sometimes you just rest your case on the statement of the opposition. It's like, well, there you go.
I mean, like, how low do we set these bar for anybody? What a smack in the face to women.
Yeah.
You bring kids into this world. You go through childbirth. You can find the stupid paperwork. I have faith in you.
Shit. My wife does.
Usually when I can't find shit, I ask my girl where it's at.
No, but that's what I was saying. I spent over 20 years in the military. I couldn't tell you anything about my paperwork. My wife
can find
all of it.
Yeah,
my wife was on top of everything.
Yeah, if I need something done, I ask my girl.
Oh, dude, 100%. She handles all our insurance, whether it be house, medical, whatever.
Yeah.
She handles all that. She handles all that stuff because I will mess it up.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got it. She handles every bit of it.
Well, Andre Carlson says she can't figure it out. Tell Jody to her face.
Actually, it would have been more viable if he just said, guys can't figure this shit
I agree, because most would be like, you're probably right. I don't care.
I got pulled over, just like allegedly, potentially running this. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a camera too, dude. No, I didn't. But anyway, he's license and registration. I'm like, shit. And I'm just going through my shit. My wife's like, stop it. I got it. And she's going through and I don't know where that shit. She's the organized one. I'm a hot mess. So how the hell does he make such a broad negative statement on women like that? That's insane. And where are all his liberal women constituents?
Yeah, how are they okay with that?
Yeah. If his counterpart, like Congressman Shreve, right next door, if he'd have said that,
oh my gosh,
God. Well,
if Victoria Sparks as a woman would have said it.
First off, he ain't that dumb. He's not dumb at all.
Right. But we don't do that.
No.
The right doesn't do that.
No.
Also, we don't think you're special. So you can't have it both ways, right? Well, I mean, he said that, but you have other people saying, well, brown people can't figure it out. Like we're too stupid to gather paperwork and go to the BMV. Like I get asked for my ID a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, less now that I'm older and have grays. But like if I go to get drinks at a new bar or something like that. Most of the places I go to don't ask me because I go to the same spot so often. Like it's my little home plate. But if you and I pop in somewhere, somebody might go, hey man, can I check out your ID? And I don't go, that's racist.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I've been.
Did you call it the disease of low expectations or something like that? That's what the left has. It's a disease of low expectations.
Expectations of low expectations.
Yeah.
But no, so I've been in the bar and restaurant industry for years. I've worked as a consultant.
Oh, so as an alcoholic.
I've owned 5 places. I've lobbied. I've done everything in this industry, and the funny thing is, I tell you, so I went in. Look at me, folks. Do I look 20? I look like a thumb. I mean, I look like an old, shriveled up.
Yeah, you
thumb.
look at least 30.
Yeah, at least. So I go into a bar about 2 weeks ago. It was actually work related. And I'm just, I got time to kill. I'm early, whatever. So I'll take a bottle of beer. And she said, okay, can I see your ID? And I just kind of laughed like, yes, you can.
Right.
I said, somebody got busted for not by excise.
Yeah.
She said, no, we didn't. I'm like, honey, I've been doing this way too long.
Yeah.
I work
You're
with
asking
I work with
everybody.
ATC. If you're asking me for ID, it's because you're asking everybody for ID because your ass got busted for not asking the right person for ID.
Right.
That's why you're asking me for ID. Let's just dispense with the bullshit.
Right.
You guys got busted for not doing the right thing. I'm not flaming them. I'm not putting their name on blast. But you guys got busted for not carding somebody underage.
But also, the expectation is you have to be 21. And while it might be a pain in the ass for you to reach in your back pocket and take 7 fucking seconds to do it, that's the law.
Yeah.
So show me your ID.
It's not the age so much. You just have to have proof of identification on it. Except if you're voting.
Yeah, then we're good.
I have to have ID to go in a bar.
You gotta have ID to fucking shovel snow for Mom Donnie, bro.
Yeah, for $30 an
2 forms of ID to shovel snow in New York City. But to vote, we don't want to ask you for any.
You got to have ID to get on an airplane. You have to have ID
to drive.
To not just order a beer at a bar, to be in the bar.
Yeah.
To be present.
Now just not an ID. You better have the real ID.
Yeah. Which let's all face it.
So
you know what that is? You know what that is? The real ID? That is their backdoor way of a national ID card.
100%.
It'll say Indiana on it, California on it.
But that star is just the country.
I don't have mine yet. I got to get it because I want to travel.
When you look like this, baby, you got to get that motherfucker immediately.
But you know,
sir, you can't be.
I
got my real ID, man.
I got to get mine because my wife wants to travel and stuff like that, and they've just made it hard on you if you don't have it. And
but you know what? You just threw
it's a backdoor national ID card.
Okay, well, you know what? You just threw me 2 layups. Jason Tatum, you said backdoor.
You better dunk them.
You ready?
Better dunk them.
Is Greg Ballard backdooring Diego Sanchez and David Shelton as the Republican candidates for Secretary of State? This is Greg Ballard, ex-Indianapolis mayor.
Republican mayor.
Well, trans Republican. All right. Identifies a Republican. Pretty liberal. And shout out to him. I'm not saying he did a bad job. He was perfect for Indianapolis because you have to be both.
I'll be honest with you.
You have to be both.
I think he did a great job.
Me too, but you got to be both. You got to be both.
I know.
You can't go to Indianapolis and go straight conservative. That's not going to work there.
I've always liked Greg Ballard.
All right, well, Greg Ballard is running as a write-in independent. What are your thoughts?
I've got a few. So bear with me here. I might jump around a bit.
In the words of House of Pain, jump around.
Jump around. Look at you with that same pace there.
That's a great pull. That's a great pull. Jump up, and get down.
All right, you psycho. One, I unapologetically like Greg Ballard.
Okay.
As a human being.
Yeah, I met him. He's a good dude. He's tall. That's a big guy.
Yeah. He's a big old Marine. Let me speak to, having worked on a political campaign or 80, let me speak to strategically his decision to do it. I would argue, and this is why I think he's being genuine in his reasoning, I would argue that he would have a significantly easier path by going on the convention floor as a Republican during the Republican convention to get the nomination. Then I don't think people realize how hard it's going to be for him to get those signatures because of 2 reasons. One, you got to dive into both political parties to get those signatures. You got to get the people that are traditionally Republican and Democrat, and they have a legitimate candidate up in Mr. Bobai. So you are going to have a hard time getting signatures. He's got to get at least 36,000 signatures statewide to be on that ballot next fall. So that's going to be difficult. That's going to cost money.
But he's got the name recognition.
Outside of Central Indiana, does he? That's a genuine question. I don't
Central
know that
Indiana
he does.
has 36,000.
In Indy, he does.
And millions of people in Indy.
So
he can get all the signatures from Indiana.
Can he do it? Can he do it? Absolutely.
Does he do
Is it going to be easy?
Does he do it,
Is
Brian?
yeah.
Does he do it?
I don't know.
I want you right now on the spot.
Does he get the signatures?
Does he win?
No.
Okay.
I think Diego gets reelected.
Okay. That's fair.
Assuming Diego gets through the
and outside of the donut counties, people love Diego.
Well,
they do.
Let me talk to that a bit. Diego has done exceptionally well to garner all the delegates throughout the state of Indiana from the Republican Party.
He has been to every county. He goes to everything.
Yes, he does.
Nobody is more accessible than Diego Morales.
He ain't lazy.
He works.
Ain't lazy. He works.
He works
hard. When it comes to elections, he works his ass off.
Yeah.
There's nobody can take that from him. I don't care if you're pro or anti-Diego.
Yeah.
Do not tell me that guy doesn't put the work in.
Yeah.
He just does.
Yeah. Had there been questionable things?
No.
Yes.
Let me stay on this.
Okay.
Now, Shelton, who I've had a lot of conversations. I like Shelton.
He seems to be at everything now too.
Good dude. Good background.
I met him in Jay County.
I don't think those delegates and here's the thing. As a delegate, you vote with anonymity.
Sure.
You do. You vote with anonymity. Just like if there's a caucus as a precinct committeeman, I vote with anonymity. I don't agree with that. I think the people that elected you to that position have a right to know how you're voting.
Since you're representing me.
And that's not a Republican thing. That's not a Democrat thing. That's across the board.
Almost like Congress. I voted for you, so now I need to know that you're representing me.
Yeah. I need to know how you're voting.
Yeah.
However, so I'm going to say that, you said something about Diego has all outside of it.
Yeah, they love him.
I think he may have the ones in central Indiana too.
Yeah.
I do. I just that's just my prediction. I think let's assume Diego gets through convention.
Yep.
And he goes in the fall.
Yep.
I think the state, we were 60-40-ish the last election cycle. Things changed. It also, so you got on off election cycles, it swings back a little bit. Yep. So there's that factor, regardless of what party's in power at the time. I will also say that look at what made it 60-40. It was Trump versus Kamala. Yeah. No shit, it went 60-40. Good Lord. The Democrats.
When you get a presidential election year, everybody shows up.
Yeah, and look at the candidate the Democrats tried to shove down everybody's throat.
I want to look this up real quick. What do you think the difference is between midterms and presidential election cycles voting?
I'm going to say 15 points. I don't know why, but 15 points.
Turnout? For turnout?
Oh, okay. Rephrase that question for me. I thought you asked me something.
Oh, so hey, you were almost spot fucking on one of the numbers. No shit.
Hey, Jerry.
That's my dog.
Jerry, let me tell you.
More than a pretty face.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Not my first time.
Hey, so 60% on presidential and 40% on midterm. Mm-hmm. You just fucking literally said 60-40.
How you doing?
Hey, that
Sindani.
To St. Patty's with the double D's.
Solange.
We love double D's.
I think in the fall, I think having Ballard, assuming he gets on the ballot in the fall.
Man, could you imagine him not getting on the ballot? I mean, you went
through it.
Yeah, but if he can't get on the ballot, what's that say about anybody?
If I have to predict, I think he'll get on the ballot. If I had to pick one,
yeah,
I think it's going to be close.
There's a Ballard machine. He's getting on the ballot. Yeah. Can he do enough to hurt Republicans?
I'll be honest with you. I think he hurts Bai more than he hurts Diego.
Because he's going to get the moderate Democrats?
Yeah. There's just a lot of... I think he's definitely going to win the nomination for the Democratic Party, but...
Yeah, nobody else is running, though, right?
Well, you got Blythe Potter.
Yeah.
But I think she'll do a little...
Destiny Wells is going against Andre Carlson, isn't she?
I think she'll do... it depends on if she can find her paperwork.
That's true. She's busy.
According to Andre Carlson.
She's busy.
No, I think Blythe Potter's going to do a little bit better against Bai than people think. It is because she checks some blocks.
But doing better is not winning.
I know.
And all I care about is winning.
I think Bai walks away with it.
Well,
I honestly think Bai wins by double digits.
That's fine. But speaking of winning, not by double digits. I'm getting real good at this.
You are good. Your segues are just... You're like a ninja with your segues.
You say with an A at the end.
Yes, I did.
All right. So we talked Winter Olympics not too long ago, and we said, does the U.S. own hockey? Does the U.S. own baseball now?
Right.
And the championship game hasn't
always
happened.
owned baseball, but the DR.
Dominican Republic. That team was loaded.
That was a squad.
That was an all-star team.
Yes.
If you watch the U.S. versus DR, I mean, the lineups were 70% future Hall of Famers.
Hypothetically, if you were to yank all those guys and put them on one team,
they're winning the whole thing.
They're right through the World Series.
Yeah. I mean, to speak of this, so the U.S. beat the Dominican Republic. We're in the championship of the World Baseball Classic.
Shout out to our boy Aaron Judge.
Hey, go ahead, big dog. Go ahead, big dog. Show them that cannon.
All rise.
So... it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But Aaron Judge, speaking of Aaron, he comes out and he goes, man, this game means more than the World Series. And I have to agree. Like, unlike, if you want to, I don't want to call this an all-star game because they have an all-star game. All right? But let's call it Baseball Olympics.
Yeah.
That's a better thing.
That's
Baseball
exactly,
Olympics.
yeah,
But when you have countries like the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Japan. Now, the Japanese team's different. They're super, I don't want to use the word respectful because I think the Latino teams are respectful. Less emotional, right? Those Caribbean teams, bro, when somebody hits a home run, it is party time. You see the emotion. You see the...
Yeah, it's just a cultural difference. It's not disrespectful. It's just they celebrate. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. I mean, in the U.S., we'd say, oh, you don't show up the game.
Well, there's a line between celebrating and rub it in your opponent's face.
Yeah, okay. 1-0 when I hit a home run to what, like, throw a better pitch. Don't be upset I knocked it out of them. No, throw a better pitch, bro.
My thing is, dude...
Now, if you're up 20 to nothing,
it is a genuine, emotional overload of excitement. Do your thing. If you start doing choreographed dances, fuck you.
I'm a hit. Hey, this dude's getting in the ear hole. Next guy's getting hit. Dude. I'm looking at you.
At football, come across the middle. I dare you. If you're in the end zone in football and you do a choreographed dance. That was my one thing about No.
Hey, remember when old boy grabbed the cell phone from under the it was a Joe Horn?
Well, Terrell Owens pulled the sharp down the sock, signed the ball, threw it to the... No.
That's different.
No, you're an asshole.
Hey, but also, like...
not an asshole, an asshole.
Kind of dope that you knew you were going to score, so you just put the Sharpie in there. Like, how good do you got to be?
You're Terrell Owens. No, Terrell Owens is easily top 5 greatest receivers in league history and top 5 probably worst attitudes in NFL history, in my opinion.
So the finals is going to be Venezuela versus the United States.
Yep.
Going to be an electric game. Venezuela beat...
Can we use the discombobulator again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah. So the game is actually... by the time you guys watch it, the game is tonight. The game's on St. Patrick's Day at 8 o'clock. I mean, I got the U.S. to win. The U.S. is going to win that game. Now, complete disclosure, I had the U.S. to lose to the Dominican Republic because, golly, you see the lineup, bro. Like,
it's wild.
Even their coach was Albert Pujols. Like, what am I supposed to do?
But then if you look at the American lineup...
oh, it's fantastic.
It's wild to pick them to lose that game.
Dude, you have schemes on the mound. That's how deep DR was. I'm saying you have schemes on the mound and just 9 dudes that are the best cats. And I'm like... you're not beating the Dominican Republic. And they won a game 2-1. They were with Skeens going 7 innings. And you only won 2-1. That's how good the Dominican team was. So kudos to the U.S. on a huge win. I hope by the time, you know what? Congratulations to the champions of the United States.
With all that said, to keep everything relative, we won. The U.S. won hockey. U.S. won baseball.
We're winning wars.
Yeah.
We're so tired of winning. We're winning so much. I'm so tired of winning.
It's all huge. It's really huge. All this victory is huge.
So let's keep it in the same vein. This is a little different story. I actually just saw this today. So the World Anti-Doping Association, if you're a boxing fan or if you're like yourself, jiu-jitsu, UFC, martial arts, this is something you're well aware of. I did not know that countries pay dues to what it's called WADA, right?
Yep.
They're paying dues to WADA essentially for
What do you mean?
the national games. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So think World Cup, think Olympics, okay, where it's governing states, not individual people like boxing.
Yeah.
So there was an issue with some Chinese swimmers that were accused of doping, and WADA came out and said, we're going to clear them of those charges. And the United States and multiple other countries said, we're not paying our dues because this is BS. Well, coming out today, WADA has turned around and said they're considering writing legislation to ban countries that haven't paid their dues from not participating. The athletes can still come, but the officials cannot come to the events. I bring this up because the United States would be affected by this legislation that they're going to write. And here's the issue. We're hosting the fucking Olympics in 2028 in LA, and we're hosting the fucking World Cup coming up now, and these dudes might write legislation that says you can't even come to the game you're hosting.
Well, or did they just negotiate themselves right out of a job? Because if all these...
What if we just drop it? I mean, the world does what we say. So let's get rid of WADA.
If the U.S. says, you know what, we're doing the Olympics, you're welcome to come, you're welcome not to come, it's up to you. If you want to come to Olympics, let us know. If you want to honor WADA's bullshit, then...
Said, we pulled your visas.
Yeah.
You can't even come.
Yeah. I think if they want to get into... It's a interesting bluff that I think is going to get called because
Trump's the wrong person to say he can't come.
They only have the power because we gave it to them in the first place.
It's like the UN. It's like the UN. It's like the UN.
You know what UN stands for? United States and nobody else. Because we do all the goddamn work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's
same thing. So you only matter because we say you matter.
What we put them there? Who are you guys?
Yeah. Imagine a world where Donald Trump's told you cannot come to the Olympic opening ceremony in LA. The dude was on the World Cup, the final with the whole different team from a different country. Like, I'm not getting off this stage.
I mean, they're not even they work essentially. They have with the Olympic Committee. The Olympic Committee could say, you know what, we're having a massive event in the United States, our next Olympics. WADA, you can just piss up a rope. I don't see where they have the weight to go against their push.
Yeah.
And with that said, most of the organizations that use them, like the UFC and everything, they're not happy with them either. How they treat the athletes showing up at freaking 4 a.m. and shit.
Yeah, 1:30.
Pissing a cup, as if their blood was going to change by freaking 8 a.m. It's a joke. That is a well-intended organization that has been misled, misran, screwed up, in my opinion. But that, in my opinion, if 50 cents ain't buying you shit at Starbucks. So good luck with it.
Yeah.
So, at any rate. So, I mean, what do you do? What do you do? If
you let them write the legislation if you want to. I think you use the good word bluff, right?
It's 100% bluff.
There's no way
behind it.
You're in our country. You're going to tell us we can't come? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah, you just negotiated yourself right out of a contract.
So it is March, and you ever been to Vegas, dude?
What's that?
You ever been to Vegas?
I have been to Vegas.
So I have never been to Vegas.
Like Cuba, it ran a lot better when the mafia was in charge.
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm gonna let that breathe.
I mean, dude, it's like when I went, I'm like, this is like some Disney bullshit.
Yeah, give me the Corleones.
Everybody's
what are we doing?
You got hotels that are like abandoned. I'm like, this ran better when they,
Yeah, but forget about it.
When it was Sin City,
Yeah.
Whether you're into that or not, it just ran better.
Listen, you can't go there if you're not into it. Yeah. But
Vegas ain't supposed to be for families. I'm sorry.
So I've always said, like, I can't go because I have kids, and I would go there and like just not come back home. But if I was gonna go to Vegas,
I didn't care for it.
If I was gonna go to Vegas, I want to go for the first Thursday, Friday of March Madness. I want to go and I want to see what it's like to be at the casino next to a person who's betting on the other side of one of these 32 games that I'm on. He's got some bullshit game where he's got Butler plus 8.5, and I got
Marquette.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, right.
And we're cheering and booing
Yeah.
the same game as it's going on. And I want 100 people in the casino doing the same shit.
But let's be very specific here. Nobody's rooting for those teams. They're rooting for their
points.
money.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
rooting for
yeah,
their
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So
that is starting this week. So also, fun fact, this is 100% true. This Thursday, no, it's Wednesday. Wednesday is National Vasectomy Day for men. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we get snipped and then we sit on our asses for Thursday and Friday and watch 40-something basketball games. That is a fact.
All right, my wife and I are in our 50s now. Let's just say there's no need for me to be snipped anymore.
Sit on your ass anyway. Watch the games.
I might get snipped.
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. It's National Vasectomy Day for guys. And, yeah.
Good Lord. We got national days for the most stupid ass shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious.
Next thing you know, it's a governmental holiday. All the governmental employees get the day off, you know.
Do your part, get snipped, enjoy some basketball. So, but Indianapolis is hosting the Final Four. Shout out to Indianapolis. Do a great job of hosting everything. If you are local or if you're in Indy, there's a fan fest that takes place down at the convention center. It's probably like, I don't know, $10 a ticket or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's just, I am at the age now where I want to go do something so that I can say I attended something. I like the days of just sitting around burning time. I
think I'm the other way around.
You just want you want chill?
I think I did that when I was younger, you know, the FOMO bullshit, the fear of missing out, you know, and now I'm like, nah, that crowd don't look inviting to me at all. Dude, I remember, you want to talk about bad timing. The first time I went over to Afghanistan, I came home, you know, I was home for about 2 weeks. My wife's like, I promised the boys we'd go to Kings Island.
Yeah.
The thought of leaving Afghanistan and then walking around
to that chaos.
Yeah. I was like, oh, man. I stepped up like a dad, and I went. And to compound the problem there, they stopped selling beer there. I was like, I need a beer so
There's
bad.
a problem.
And I like a crowd of people in a good environment, but not that big.
Sure.
It's a lot.
Overwhelming.
I don't.
Can't stop working, bro. You can't stop working.
I can't. It's just the thought of going to something with thousands of people, man. We like to go to concerts and stuff like that, and you know, but just I don't know, man. That's just I would have been more akin to that when I was younger than I am as a grown ass man. But you know, I don't know. I'm not going. I'm going to take a hard pass.
So you said Kings Island. So the first time I went to Iraq was probably 06-ish.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell my daughter Malia, who's 23 now.
Yeah.
She was probably 5 or 6 at the time.
Yeah.
And I had a son that was 2.
Yeah.
So he had no clue.
Yeah.
But I just said, Dad's got to go to work.
Yeah.
When Dad gets back from work, we're going to go to Disneyland. So that's all you need to know. Right? I didn't say where I was going because Iraq was all over the fucking news.
Yeah.
I didn't, that's where Dad's at, right?
Well,
so
we did well to keep our kids from watching the news,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, so
like I didn't say shit, right?
So when I first went to Afghanistan,
I come back and we're going to Disney World and you talk about Kings Island. I am on the fucking beach in Miami with a fleece on, dude, and it's July. It was 80 degrees, and I'm looking at everybody like, you guys are going to get sick if you get in that water.
When I first went downrange, my oldest 2 were 6 and 4. So they weren't really
but you know the word Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And you know that's where Dad's at, and all you're seeing on the news is bad shit in Afghanistan.
You know what? I got lucky in a weird way.
You got medevac. How can you even use the word lucky?
Well, with respect to family back home, even with my wife, because at the time, remember, so when I first went downrange, it was in July of 2004. Well, Afghanistan, it's all about the media, right?
Yeah.
And Afghanistan's not the politically charged war. Iraq was.
Yeah.
Both were in
Fallujah time.
Both were, yes. Yeah. Both were in full swing, but
Afghanistan wasn't sexy.
Afghanistan wasn't hitting the media like Iraq was.
Yeah.
So, you know, they think we're over there just chilling. And I'm like, I'm wholly okay with this. You know, I just like, Jake, what'd you do today? Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
I went to the gym. I got on the email machine. We went for a
load,
nice.
You're over there loading magazines.
We went on a nice walk through a village.
Yeah.
And I ate bread and drank tea with the locals.
I tell people, they're like, you can go to Afghanistan. I'm like, fuck no. Afghanistan, you get shot by somebody you don't even see. It's just all mountains.
Well, dude, I was a grunt. So you know what the hardest part about going to Afghanistan was?
Looking Afghani?
No, I had to learn how to spell Afghanistan. Well, that was the thing because I get dark over there. I get dark in the sun in the summer. And
you get so dark you
they
check
look at me like,
do you ever get so dark you check your credit score?
Dude, I get so dark my credit score drops.
But you start catching a beat every now and then.
Oh, bring it on. Dude, I get pulled over. I get pulled over for no reason.
Hey, so let's talk about this. Right. I want to segue to this because I'm not a big racing guy. I love the Indy 500. And once again, you probably just talked about the crowds. It's probably the same shit.
I'm open wheel guy.
Yeah, so I like going. I want to do all of it. I want to do a better job of trying to go to more events. Sometimes the Indy 500 weekend comes and I'm like, I didn't go to carb day, I didn't go to this, I didn't go to practice, I didn't do anything. But it's back.
If you want to go to something because it's like this is the thing, you gotta go to the Indy 500 and not just the race itself, but carb day,
practice.
And here's the thing,
that
crowd has kept me away a lot because I just I don't want to deal with it. But
those assholes from the snake pit.
I will suck it
from
up.
The snake pit.
Once I'm there,
I'm
so happy I'm there. It is
BYOB.
There is nothing like the sound of those Indy cars going by. It just and then it hits with the memories in my head as a kid, listening on the radio.
But you can go into the snake pit and forget there's even a race.
All right,
just a concert all day.
No. That snake pit. I'm not saying.
Now you sound like an old fucking man.
Oh, dude,
you're an old man,
dude. I'm gonna tell you.
I don't remember the old snake pit, but I heard people left everything at the old. Like there's
the
couches and beds.
Didn't even go in that
I've heard that.
So what we did one year, and a lot of people did this, so we weren't unique. We all pitched our money in, and we bought. I think it was like a '76. Delta 88 Oldsmobile, big ass 4-door car thing. Dude, we cut the top off that thing. We cut the hood off that thing. And we painted that shit, I shit you not, with rollers.
I bullshit you not if you know you know.
I bullshit you not.
If you know you know.
Red, black and white checkered. We painted that whole thing.
You bought the car just to take there?
Yeah, dude, we paid like $300.
That's the whitest thing I've heard today.
No, there's brothers in that car, homie.
Well.
Yes, no. Dude, I come from the east side where we were.
You were the white guy.
Oh, dude, no. I was just medium. But we dude, there was like 19, because back then, I don't know if it's the same. You pay per car
to get in. Yeah.
So we're
it's still the same way. Still the same way.
There's a keg in the trunk.
Because you pay for the parking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you went in. We didn't see none of the race.
Just party.
We were playing. Dude, I think I played volleyball that day.
See?
Hey, but we rolled that car in. It limped in. We paid like $3. Huh? We just left it.
See? That's crazy.
We just left it. We never signed the title. Just left it.
I've heard that. Like people would leave fucking couches, everything.
They average like 24 cars a year.
That would just be sitting there. 6
and
cars.
They would just call the wreckers. Wreckers were happy to get them because they took them. They
drop them. Yeah.
I was like, hey, let's be conscientious and helpful. Leave the title in that sumbitch because you get more money if you got title when you junk a car.
You're so responsible, bro.
I'm a giver.
That's my dog.
I give.
That's my dog.
I give. I do. So, but I shit you not. We literally with rollers painted that ugly black and white checkered like the flag, and we cut the top off. It was a permanent convertible. We just left the windshield, we broke the windows out in the doors, whatever. It made a mess. We cut the trunk lid off because guys were riding in the trunk on the way in with a big keg back there. But that's how it was back then. And then it was off the chain. Look, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you the first time I ever in my lifetime, as a young man, when I was young. The first time I ever saw boobies in real life was in that snake pit. Because them women would just walk around with no top on. It was wild.
Let me tell you this much, man. Going to the snake pit, not even snake pit, just carb day. Going to carb day.
All right, I'm gonna put it in perspective.
Yeah.
It's snake pit again.
Okay.
It's a gardener snake. Back in the day, it was damn rattlesnake.
That snake still bites though. That snake still bites though. If you got no perspective, it still bites though.
It don't hurt that bad.
Psst, not for you.
Big ass anaconda back in the day.
Not for you. All right, so before we get out of here, I got a couple more things.
All right, what we got? Let's hit it.
The fuck is a Wawa and why do people care, man? So for those of you that don't know, Wawa is a gas station that's, I assume, everywhere. And we got one on the north side, and people are losing their shit for Wawa. Now, what I will know about Wawa, I will premise and say, I've never been, bro. There's one like 5-10 minutes from the crib. All I hear is the food is phenomenal. Now, the last time people told me about a gas station that I could not miss was when I was going down to Tampa to visit the midgets, and they said, dude, you don't know what Buc-ee's is? You fucking stop when you get to Buc-ee's. And I will tell you this, I stopped at every Buc-ee's on the way down, and for the rest of my life, I will go to Buc-ee's anytime it's close to me. I almost drove to Buc-ee's last weekend just for shits and gigs. So what is a Wawa, and why do I care?
Oh, I don't know why you care. I'm sorry. I know.
Have you been to Wawa?
I think so.
Aaron, you been to Wawa?
I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? It's a fucking gas station. If the pinnacle of your fucking day,
But they got a mad-ass chicken bacon branch, bro.
I don't give a shit.
My God.
I'm throwing Buc-ee's in this
No,
too.
don't no Buc-ee's disrespect.
No,
We tolerate
I've
it.
been to Buc-ee's a couple times.
Buc-ee's is phenomenal.
It's a gas station.
You fucking pumped the gas while Jody went in Buc-ee's. There's no way you went in the Buc-ee's
I
and
went to
have that blasphemous fucking
No,
mouth.
I went into Buc-ee's. I've been into
No, you
Buc-ee's.
didn't. I don't believe you.
It's a
Out of your fucking
It's a
line.
gas station.
I went to Buc-ee's and bought
It's a
fucking
big
pecans,
ass,
cuz.
overpriced Myers with a
And
gas
a
pump.
brisket that will knock your mom's socks off, dude. Buc-ee's,
Don't give a shit. To put it on this is still. I mean,
it's better than fucking Speedway.
Dude, tell me you're white trash without telling me you're white trash. At the pinnacle of your life is going to a fucking gas station. I'm sorry. Great, dude. When I get gas, I want to get the fuck in and out. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to do this shit. For your mecca.
You're a one-pump chump.
For your mecca to be a fucking gas station.
Not Mecca. And now this has nothing to do with fucking Saudi Arabians.
No, come on. It's a metaphor.
See what I did
You
there?
know
See
it.
what I did there?
Dude, yeah.
Smart people joke.
Oh, whatever. Right over most
Smart,
people's-
but my head.
Yeah, not over the same people that are fucking excited about going to a fucking gas station.
Hey.
I'm sorry, dude.
I'm going so little
I
inside
just-
baseball. Your boy's going to Nashville on Saturday for the first time.
Okay.
I'm fucking hitting all the Buc-ee's on the way, baby. We're hitting Buc-ee's. I need that brisket sandwich. I need some pecans. But I'm not going Wawa.
Well, let me add to that as well. I'm all about mom and pops. So if I want a fucking brisket sandwich, I want a chicken sandwich, I'm gonna find a local mom and pop restaurant. I ain't going to some big damn corporation. And I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around the fact that people are excited about a big fancy fucking gas station. You lost me. I'm sorry. Can't do it.
All right. Well, let's go with
I hate to burst your Buc-ee's bubble.
You're not, brother. You can never burst my Buc-ee's bubble. I am a Buc-ee's bubbler for the rest of my life.
Buc-ee.
All right. So this day in history. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What we got?
So Julius Caesar was assassinated
At two brute.
March 15th.
At two brute.
He supposedly ignored a warning like, hey, you shouldn't go to work today. Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879.
1879.
Yeah, Uranus was discovered and not
You
the one
leave my body parts out of this. Sir.
inside your boxer briefs. This is the planet. The planet Uranus was discovered on March 13th.
What year?
March 13th, 1781. How the did they find a planet in 1781? Like not the people I think of.
Yeah.
So that's
What
pretty.
you know what is why 1781?
Yeah.
So to add to that statistic, did you know that the word dinosaur had not even been invented that year?
That's because we hadn't thought of
Came
the
out
idea
then.
yet.
Yeah, they were still dragons. They were not dinosaurs yet.
Yeah.
George Washington died never having heard of dinosaurs.
Buddy, never mind. I'm going to pocket that one.
Psycho.
In 1988, Apple sued Microsoft this week. They filed a complaint lawsuit against Microsoft, claiming Windows copied the Mac interface.
How'd that turn out? Do you have any idea?
Well,
'Cause I just don't.
I mean, Apple's doing a lot better there, but Microsoft ran that shit. Bill Gates ran it for a while.
Yeah. I'm not nerdy enough to know.
So, two more here. In
All right.
1992, South Africa voted to end apartheid.
Yep.
That's crazy. 92.
92.
92, dude. I was born 81.
Yeah.
Tell me 11 years after that, they voted to end apartheid? That is crazy.
Yeah.
And this shouldn't
20
surprise
years.
anybody, but on March 17th, people drink the most beer out of any day in the calendar year.
Now, let me tell you about St. Patty's Day. By and large, on St. Patty's Day, my ass stays at the house because it is the #1 amateur night.
Hey, I got a
the
St.
year.
Patty's Day story that'll knock your socks off.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh,
St.
dude.
Patty's Day is amateur night. Everybody and their brother that used to be able to put 13 beers down in college thinks they can go out and drink, even though they haven't drank all year, and still put 13 beers down, and they get stupid. They do stupid shit, and I just... As a guy who's owned some bars, I hate St. Patty's Day when it comes to that. Now, there are some iconic places I like to go visit. I'll do a little daytime stuff. But when it comes to nightlife on St. Patty's Day, my ass in the house, safe.
So,
That's my old curmudgeon statement. For
I got
the
a story
podcast.
for you guys.
All right.
And we'll end on this one. This is a hell of a story. I've only told this story to maybe less than, I don't know. Not many people know this story.
Is the statute of limitations worn out, sir?
Yeah, I didn't actually get in trouble.
Okay.
So I got out of service. I was counterterrorism analyst, got out of service. All roads lead to D.C. So I got out. I moved to Alexandria, Virginia,
Yep.
because that's where people really live. Or you live in Maryland. Nobody lives in D.C.
My brother was a CIA agent
Yeah.
for DIA, lived in Alexandria.
Yeah. So St. Patty's Day, maybe St. Patty's Day weekend, I don't know. But it's the festivity weekend.
Yep.
And it's me, my really good friend who also works with me. He's a counter intel guy as well.
Yep.
So we both have top secret clearances.
Yep.
And this teacher that I was dating that lived in Alexandria, Virginia. So we go out, and he's not from there. I'm not from there. We had met at work. The girl I'm dating is from Virginia. So we're just doing all her friend stuff.
You're relying on her as a
Her
tour guide.
crew, yeah, and it was fun. It was fun. So we pick her. She's with me. We pick him up. We go out. St. Patty's Day, bananas in DC. All right, so we're on the way home. He's driving, and it's 2 a.m, and whoop whoop, blues and reds, dude, in our rearview mirror on St. Patty's night, bro.
Right.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at her, and somebody's going to fucking jail.
Ain't gonna be me.
So we get pulled over. He pulls over, and we're all of a sudden, give me your card. What's your PIN number?
Wait a minute. You had ID?
I'm not driving. My boy's driving. Listen, I'm going. I'm good. I'm not going to jail.
However, according to Andre Carlson, if she was driving, she didn't need ID.
Well, we'll get
She
to,
didn't have enough time to figure it
we'll
out.
get to that.
Yeah.
So, my buddy, we get pulled over. We're freaking out because my buddy's he's definitely going to jail.
Yeah.
We've been drinking, dude. You're over .08. He wasn't drunk, and I don't support drunk driving. And obviously now, like, I Uber. Listen, $5 is worth more than $2,000 and maybe killing somebody.
2,000? Try 10,000.
Yeah, don't drink it. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, dude.
All right, but at this time I was 22.
Uber took away everyone's excuse.
Yeah, I was 22, and I don't even know that Uber was a thing then.
Okay.
So we get pulled over. License, registration, proof of insurance. Sir, can you step out of the car for me? Oh no. I look back. I'm like, he's going to jail. Yeah. So I look in the rearview mirror and hear my buddy is doing the
Yerk. He's doing the
A,
Macarena.
B, C, D, stop it, M, go backward.
He's doing the D.
And I'm just in the car like, man, this is not good. Like, my buddy's going to jail. I almost says no, he's going to jail.
There went that clearance. There went that job.
Yeah, he's TSSCI. I mean, we're full blown.
He's done.
So,
Polly
and this
in
is
the
on St.
trash.
Pat. I never forget. Every time St. Pat, this has come to my mind. This changed me going out for future holidays.
Yeah.
So the cop comes back and he goes, all right, man, he can't drive. Can you drive? And I hadn't drunk as much as my buddy. I don't like to be drunk. I like to have drinks. I don't like to be drunk.
Fair.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I can drive. So he's like, all right, cool. Step out of here for me. Let me give you the test, whatever. I do the test. I pass. He's like, cool, give me your license. And I'll be right back. And he goes to the car. He comes back. And he looks at my buddy and he goes, you can't drive because you're drunk. Points at me. You can't drive because your license is suspended. He goes, Can you drive
to the girl?
To the girl who was drunk. There was a reason she wasn't the first one.
There's a reason she's in the back seat.
We had to call a friend coworker of hers to pick us up at 3 a.m. on the side of the road on St. Patrick's Day because none of us could drive.
And he didn't want to do the paperwork.
He didn't go to jail, and we towed the car the next day.
I'm going to tell you what. If that dude did not drop to both his knees, and thank God.
Dude. So now...
That was a career ender.
So now going forward... Like today, St. Patrick's Day, I won't go out. If I do, I mean, I live in downtown Carmel, so I'll just walk. Mm-hmm. But don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot. Yeah, and the excuse of, well, I do this all the time, I get it. Mm-hmm. Nobody gets arrested the first time they drive drunk.
No.
It's because you are taking precautions and you're freaked out. Yeah. It's when you get comfortable. Stop being an asshole.
Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, first off, if you get hit with one, it was your 100th sometimes.
Facts. Facts.
So even, and I've heard people.
Nobody gets caught their first time.
I was barely over the limit. I'm like, dude, that was a body of work.
But that was this time. Last time you were trashed.
And in full disclosure, I've had a DUI. And you know what I'll tell you about my DUI?
You didn't show the cop your tits?
Huh? Nobody wants to see me.
I heard that works.
No, not mine. I deserved it.
Yeah.
I deserved it. Period. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole.
Nothing to argue. I got caught. You got me.
Really, legitimately thought I was fine, but legally I was not fine.
How many times?
And that's my big cautionary tale for everybody. Just because you have a tolerance and you are still not legally okay. Dude, 2 tall beers is going to put you at 0.08. It just.
How many times do you see somebody get arrested and they're like, he was 0.26? You're like, yeah, that's a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
That dude could get that blasted, and you know what he said? Man, I feel fine. Yeah, I bet you do, but you're trashed.
Let me tell you, I know a guy that got pulled over. 0.38.
Jeez, see, now that would kill most people.
He was articulate. He was so it just. Here's the thing, man. Just be smart. Plan accordingly. Not just for yourself. It's not just about getting in trouble. Because the one thing that hit me the most is I could have hurt somebody.
So
I'm gonna hurt somebody.
So this is what I say. You ready?
Call fucking Uber.
You ready? It's not about you.
Yeah.
How do you live the rest of your life knowing? Listen, if you hit my kid and you kill her, I will come after you the rest of your life, and you don't want to live with that.
Yeah.
It is worth the $8, the $20, the $50 Uber ride to get where you want to go.
Having to go back.
Yes, because you know what? You're
just plan accordingly.
You're going to get there safely, and guess what? Be a fucking adult. Be an adult.
Let me tell you. So. We have a bunch of couples that we regularly go down to Louisville, and we all stay at this one hotel, and then we all hit these certain area bars, and we all Uber. We roll the caravan of Ubers out there, just because I want everybody to enjoy themselves
and not even worry about it.
No stress.
Yep.
There's no stress. It's like, dude, we got Uber taking us back. We're fine.
Have fun. Drink as much as you want. We got to ride.
Adults doing adult shit with adult responsibility.
None of us have anything. Listen, dude, we all got to get back to the family, and we all fucking work on Monday. Nobody can get hurt. Anybody we come with has got to come back with us, and we're not going to have any problems.
I made that mistake in my life. I paid for it. And I won't repeat it.
Yeah,
I won't repeat it. And I feel God blessed me with the fact that there was no collateral damage. Nobody got hurt. Nothing happened. And it was a warning shot to me. And I feel obligated.
And it wasn't your first time.
And I need to. No, fuck no.
That's the kicker.
When I was younger, shit.
You were due. You were due.
No. And it doesn't even matter if I was. And it is also my responsibility now to tell other people, look, dude, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Please don't do it. Like, I'm blessed. I live downtown Franklin.
Yeah.
And my wife and I will drive to the local watering holes downtown, hang out. It's a wonderful community. So many good people. We hang out. We have a good time. Yada yada. And usually one of us is going to be the one that doesn't drink as much.
Right.
But here's the thing. But I have a stress. It's like, you know what? If we're enjoying ourselves, we're going to stay later. Just because I can walk home.
Yep.
We can, dude. I'm not.
That's me. I'll walk.
I don't give a shit if it's 2 degrees out. I'm walking home.
Before you
just
pull
like
me
you
over.
in Carmel. I'm same in Franklin. I live 3 blocks from downtown.
I'll be cold and walk for about 10 minutes. But guess what? I didn't get pulled over. I had to worry about nothing. And I'm home safe. And everybody's good.
And dude, and I'm in there telling them, hey, dude, and I've always got couch space for somebody else. You know what I mean? It just, God, did we just literally talk all that shit and leave on a moral high ground?
We did.
We said-
Kudos to us.
Can we say something stupid and snarky before we leave? I mean,
Okay.
what
Ready?
do we-
Hey,
what do we jump on?
if you've lasted this long,
Yes.
if you've lasted,
Got a little long-winded
if you've
today.
lasted to the very end of this episode, I'm not going to reference this. I'm not going to bring this up. We're not even going to act like this even happened. Don't put this in the. Don't even mention this in the comments. All right. I don't want you to tell anybody about this. What I want you to do is just comment the number one.
Number one.
Rob Kendall is going to be coming on our show one day. We've already talked to him.
Yep.
He's agreed. Brian's in on it.
Yep.
He's going to come on this show. So if you've lasted this one and you now know our new surprise,
Yes.
just comment the number one. Rob Kendall is coming on Those AshHoles.
Yeah. Rob Kendall's going to come in, and he is going to have a in-depth heart-to-heart. It isn't going to be softballs thrown over the plate that he can go yard on. We're going to dig deep to the saga that was
Everything.
his arc over the last year or
Yeah.
so. We've both spoken with him, and
Yep.
he knows.
He said, "Yeah,
Rob's got big boy
Hey,
pants. He'll be fine.
Rob immediately said, "I'm there, bro."
He's like,
he
"Let's do
said,
it."
"Listen, talk to the people at WIBC. I want to make sure you're good."
Yeah.
but I'm in. So comment number one. If you made it this far, what a hell of a surprise! I hope you guys had a safe St. Patrick's Day weekend. I hope the USA team beat Venezuela.
Yep.
But nothing else, assholes, man. Enjoy your freaking weekend.
I'm gonna add one thing, and I hope no additional service members from the United States military fall in this conflict that we're currently in Iran between now and when this airs.
Yep.
And then furthermore.
Yep.
Furthermore, God's blessings and my heartfelt to all those. We're old and we're done.
Yeah.
We're expired.
They're
I'm
young.
retired.
Yeah.
We're expired. But those that are walking points, staying vigilant to protect our nation right now, I love you and I wish you Godspeed. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it with that.
There it is. Have a great weekend, assholes.
All right. Love you guys.